Hey, welcome back. We have a knife here, I believe. Let's go ahead and get into it. Got a whole bunch I'm getting through tonight, so if I get a little tired or exhausted, please excuse me ahead of time. All right, we got a Civivi. Ooh, and a tactile knife code. If you see two knives coming from one seller, it's probably because I was on Knife Swap and just getting myself in a little bit of trouble. So let's jump into the tactile first. This is one that I've been wanting to get on the channel for a minute. And it is a tactile knife company. What's this thing called? Dreadeye. Cool little UC knife. Kind of wish I had a little forward choil there. It doesn't. It's definitely a little small feeling in the hand. As you can see, it's actually smaller than I thought it was going to be, but at the same time, that is a great thing for EDC, right? It's got a decent little sheath that came with here. It's kind of got the two options. You could put this over your clip or put it in your pocket, depending how you wanted to do it. Yeah, Magna Cut. Kind of a cool little convex, I guess you'd call it, or I don't know if you call that a convex grind, but something like that. Compound grind. Edge feels freaking razor sharp. Let me get it cleaned up. It's got a little bit of gunk on here. So we could see it a little better. That looks a little better there. I think it's just coming off the sheath. So maybe the Kydex, you have an option whether you get the leather or the Kydex sheath. Maybe I recommend the Kydex sheath just because that leather seems to be getting stuff on it. But that looks pretty darn good, man. I really like the feel of the handle. I think it's G10, but I couldn't tell you for sure. But I think it is G10 there. And yeah, that is a nice little compact knife. I'm not loving the handle. It's not, I'm having a little trouble because I'm trying to think of how to describe it. It's almost like you'd want this to just not, to just go a little further up or something. I don't know what it is. Something makes me feel a little uncomfortable, like I'm behind the blade. Yeah, it's probably a good little EDC because the size is good for it. Let me just give this edge a, ooh, yeah, thought that edge feels really nice. Not the front though. Yeah, not bad. I always check that with Tactile. They've had a couple knives come not quite as sharp, but generally they're amazing on the way that they build stuff. This is an interesting one. I don't know. Maybe it's a little better for a smaller hand or someone that wants almost like someone with a really big hand that's looking for kind of a 3-finger grip. I'm kind of like in between on it. So I don't know. It could be good for whittling and stuff. It feels good for that, I think, more than almost anything. Sort of whittling. And maybe like draw cut, it's not too bad for, but it's kind of weird for, yeah, just a little odd in my hand. It's hard to describe. It's not quite as intuitive as I was hoping it would be. You can kind of pinch it like that also. That could be like a not terrible way of using the knife, but it's just kind of a different one. It is unique in that, and you know, it might just be what you're looking for. So I don't have a ton more to say about this one. I don't do a lot of fixed blade content, and I don't know a lot about them. Certainly can appreciate something like this though that you know, takes a little bit of a unique approach, and that is a pretty cool little leather pouch there. So let's keep moving on. This one is a little cheapo, but I'd heard about these. It is the Civivi mini Praxis, so they came out recently. The Praxis was a well-liked flipper. I'm not a big flipper guy. If you watch the channel, you probably know that. But this guy kind of threw it in with the purchase of the other knife, so I figured, hey, I'll give it a go. Let's see what that one's all about. And it's actually feeling pretty good here. Nice little forward choil. I wish it was a little thicker here. I don't like when you get the choil and then it's kind of thin. It just feels a little precarious, like almost like you're kind of on the blade, but it's not sharpened or something. So I don't love that, but it's probably good for sharpening, but not great for, it's not terrible for use, but probably feel a little more comfortable back here. For $30, this is a really nice knife. The action feels really good. The lockup's not that good as per usual Civivi. I always find you either get one or the other with them. You usually either get good lockup or good action. It's pretty hard to get it to do both until it's really broken in. But let's get it tightened up just a touch here. It looks like it's a T8. And see if we get a little better lockup. Okay, but now will it drop? No. So let me find the sweet spot if I can. Okay, now I got good lockup. Kind of lost some of the drop sheddiness that it had a second ago though. Yeah, this is like the one thing about Civivi for me is that a lot of their cheaper ones, like they feel kind of quality, but they can't quite find that balance of good lockup and drop shut. There it goes. That's pretty good. It's definitely not drop shut, but it's good enough. That's really nice. Centering right in the middle, dead nuts, as Lefty EDC likes to say. Yeah, for $30, you're winning. You're definitely getting better value than 95% of all other knife buys with this knife. I think it's what, a D2? Is this D2? I think it's D2, but I don't know for sure. Probably says on the blade somewhere. No? Maybe on the back of it? No? They did go with the do you appreciate that though? They went the stealth on the blade. They didn't label it up or anything, so that's pretty nice. The handle and stuff feels nice though. I mean, like, honestly, it feels pretty much just as nice as that Dreadlock did. Dreadeye, sorry. Sorry, my friends over at Tactile. They know I'm a big fan. I'm a big Tactile fan. I always want them to be successful for sure. Just as a US knife brand that brings out good value knives. That, by the way, that Civivi is like $199, which is, I'm not that Civivi. Sorry. Made in USA, that Dreadeye is $199. This Civivi is like $29.99. Made in China, for sure. Yeah, that's pretty nice on the action, though. That's a winner. Not something that I'd keep around, but I'll either do a giveaway on that or do something with it. Probably a giveaway knife. That's a good giveaway knife. Someone's going to like it. All right, that's all for now on this one. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.